A very good morning to all of you student of class 7. I am going to start one of the chemistry chapter from your book. The name of the chapter is acid, base and salt. It is given on the chapter number 7. In this chapter we will learn about acid, base and salt, some indicator by which we can identify the substance having a acid, base or salt properties and neutralization reaction. Let us start. You must have tasted a number of food items. Some of them tasted sweet, some of them taste bitter and some of taste sour. So what is the meaning of the sweet? Sweet means meetha, bitter means kadwa and that sour means it is a khatta in taste. Have you ever wondered why some substance having taste sour or bitter? In this chapter we will explore it, the activity and the world of acid, base and salt. I am going to start with acids. Here is the activity 7.1 given, which shows us that how we identify acid. What to need? You need to collect some samples of the substance having amla, tamarind, curd, vinegar, lemon, common salt, sugar, baking soda, unripe mango, etc. Now taste of each substance and write the result in the table given below. As you can see the table 7.1, in the left hand side the substances are given one by one and you need to know, and after tasting this you need to write down the taste of the given substances. As you can see that the first substance given amla. So what is amla, student? It is a substance, we can say it is a fruit. So whenever you will eat this amla, you have just feel that the amla is sour in taste. Likewise tamarind is there, it is also sour in taste. Curd also sour in taste, khatta. Tamarind mane imli. And then vinegar is a liquid solution that need to as a ingredient of the food items. So that vinegar is also sour in taste. Lemon is sour in taste. Common salt is salty in taste. Sugar is sweet in taste. Baking soda bitter in taste. Unripe mango is sour in taste. So what is unripe mango? Kacha aam. So you will need to know that amla, curd, lemon, vinegar, tamarind and unripe mango taste sour. This is because this substance contain chemical called acid and which give them sour in taste. So what we can say? We can say each and every substance which are having a sour taste, actually they contain acids, and this acid is chemical which is present in those substances. The term acid comes from the Latin word that is called acidus, which means sour in taste. All the acid are tasted sour. Come to the next page. As you can see the different pictures are given below. Lemon is there, curd is there, tamarind is there and green mango is there. Curd means dahi. So the table given below is another showing other some substances and the names of the acid present in those substances. Like the substance sour milk, khatta dudh. So here it is given that the chemical present in the sour milk is actually lactic acid. So lactic acid is a name of the chemical which represent the acidus nature of a sour milk. Curd is also tasted sour due to presence of that chemical named lactic acid. You need to learn that sour milk as well as the curd both are milk product. Whenever the milk product are getting sour, that's mean in the milk product like sour milk or a curd having lactic acid, and due to that lactic acid present in them make the taste sour. Now citric fruit. So citrus fruit means khatta phal. So each and every fruit what we eating is actually feeling sour in taste, having a citrus acid. So citrus acid is the name of the chemical which is present in the citrus fruit. Now what are the citrus fruit? Lemon, mango, all these are sour in taste. So all this having citrus fruit, citric acid. Now malic acid is present in green apples. If you will eat green apple, you will just feel that it is also sour in taste. So due to this malic acid, it is sour in taste. Tamarind, that is a imli, having a tartaric acid. Spinach, that is palak, having oxalic acid. Amla, having a ascorbic acid. Vinegar, having an acetic acid. Tea, having tannic acid. Okay, now come to the next topic. Amla is a citrus fruit. Ant sting has formic acid. Ant sting means जब चींटी काटता है, that bee sting also there, जब मधुमक्खी काटता है, all they having acid present in them. So whenever they are biting us, actually they inject formic acid into our blood. So therefore we are feeling that an irritation and paining. So whenever there is an irritation and pain, that's mean whenever ant sting, they inject the formic acid. Due to the formic acid, we feel irritation as well as the pain whenever an ant bite. Acids are corrosive in nature, so they may cause burn on the skin. How it will be feel that skin is going to burn? Because due to the acid has a corrosive in nature. Corrosive means they are reacting very quickly, they are eating up the surface of the substances. So never use any acid whenever, unless you are asked to do so. Different acids have a different uses. Some of them are discussed below. One of the acid that is called hydrochloric acid. That hydrochloric acid is secreted in our body, in our stomach. What is the use or function of this hydrochloric acid? The use or function of the hydrochloric acid is help in digestion of the food. Next, vinegar. Vinegar is used as a food preservative. Food preservative, that means it is used to preserve the food for a longer time. Now sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is another acid which is used in the car batteries, and acids are used in many laboratories and the factories. So these are the 4 acids are given and shows us that they are very, very corrosive in nature. If you will touch them or by accidentally it will fall on your skin, it may cause burn on the skin. Next page is given that what are the acids and what are their chemical representations. Here it is given that sulfuric acid having a chemical representation which is named or pronounced as H2SO4. So again I have to repeat, sulfuric acid is represented by the chemical representation, that name is H2SO4. You can see H2SO4. Nitric acid, that is HNO3. The nitric acid having an HNO3. Then hydrochloric acid, which is represented by HCl. All are containing H. H means hydrogen atom. Now here it is given that sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is made up of sulfur, hydrogen as well as the oxygen atom. Nitric acid represent here that HNO3, that means hydrogen, nitrogen as well as the oxygen is represent here. Now hydrochloric acid, that means hydrogen and chlorine is there. So these need to learn what is the chemical representation of sulfuric acid. So then you have to say H2SO4. What is the chemical representation of nitric acid? HNO3. What is the chemical representation of hydrochloric acid? It is HCl. Understood? Now come to the next topic, that is given brain treasure. Which acid is present in the tomato? So you need to find it out and you have to give the answer in your online classes. Okay. Bases. Now after the acid we are starting base. What is the difference between acid and a base? You need to know about it. You have tasted baking soda in the activity 7.1. It is commonly used in the kitchen. Was it sour, bitter, salty or a sweet in taste? So you need to know that what is the taste of baking soda. If you will taste, it is bitter in taste. You must have found that it tastes bitter. Bitter means kadwa. Now put a drop of baking soda solution between your finger and rub it. What you will need? You need take some of the baking soda and start applying this baking soda solution by mixing of water with your finger. Now when you will rub it, what you will feel? You feel soapy, that is chhag. Substances which are bitter in taste and feel soapy on touching are known as bases. Bases are chemical substances that are opposite to acids. The substances containing bases are said to be basic in nature. Bases are also corrosive in nature like acids. They are even burned on skin. So we should handle both the acid and base with great care. Come to the table 7.1. Bases and their chemical representation. As you can see that some of the bases are given, like number 1, sodium hydroxide. Pronunciation is sodium hydroxide. What is the chemical representation of sodium hydroxide? It is NaOH. In the chemical NaOH, Na is representing sodium, OH representing hydroxide. O is oxygen, H is a hydrogen. So whenever you will pronounce it, NaOH is sodium hydroxide, or the chemical representation of sodium hydroxide is NaOH. You need to learn this because all these are very important in your higher classes. Potassium hydroxide, KOH. Now you can say that K is a potassium, whereas the OH representing hydroxide, that is OH. Magnesium hydroxide, magnesium Mg, hydroxide OH whole 2. So what is the chemical representation of magnesium hydroxide? MgOH whole 2. Baking soda, NaHCO3. NaH, that is a baking soda's formula, sodium bicarbonate. So commonly we know that baking soda, which has a chemical name sodium bicarbonate, and it is representing by NaHCO3. Ammonium hydroxide, ammonium NH4, OH is a hydroxide, so it is NH4OH, named as a chemical ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide, again CaOH whole 2, that is a calcium hydroxide. Calcium is representing chemically by its symbol Ca. Ca is a calcium, OH is a hydroxide. So you need to know that NaOH is a sodium hydroxide, KOH is a potassium hydroxide, MgOH whole 2 is a magnesium hydroxide, NaHCO3 is a baking soda, NH4OH is a ammonium hydroxide, CaOH whole 2 is a calcium hydroxide. Now come to the next topic that is very interesting, called indicators. Now what do you mean by indication? Indication, that means you need to know about the direction, you need to know about their behavior, you need to know about their nature, how they are react with each other, that is called indication. Now we have to need to know indicators. So that is, indicator means the things which indicate us that the substance, solution, element we are taking is representing acid nature or a basic nature. Okay. Most acids or bases are colorless liquid. Colorless, that means transparent like a pure water. Now how can we know whether a substance is acidic or basic in nature? Should we taste as a way to know? No. If the substance is an acid or not. Now we should not taste any substance unless we are sure that it is safe to consume. Consume, that's eatable. Taste it or not. We should not taste anything. We should not consume or use anything to taste if you don't know which substance having acid or base in nature, because both are corrosive in nature. It can burn your skin. It can burn your tongue. So what to need? So to find out whether a substance is acidic or basic in nature, we use special type of substance, and that special type of substance is called indicators. Now indicator is what? An indicator is a substance that changes its color when added to the solution containing an acidic or a basic substances. Turmeric, haldi, litmus is one of the algas. That China rose petal, that is java phool ka patta, red cabbage, that is a vegetable, etc. Some examples of naturally occurring indicators. So if in your exam it is asked that name some naturally occurring indicators, then your answer should be turmeric, litmus, China rose petals and red cabbage, because all this given in your syllabus. Now all these indicators show different colors in acidic and bases. That means if you will use a turmeric in an acid as well as in the base, you will see that in the both substance the color of the turmeric is changes. All these indicators shows different colors in acids and bases. Let us see how this indicator act. Number 1, we are going to explain about the indicator named litmus. Litmus is the most commonly natural indicator. It is a natural dye. Dye means color, extracted from and lichens. Its original color is mauve, that is a purple, but When it is added to an acidic solution, it turns red on adding to the basic solution and it turns blue. That means if you will put litmus into the acidic solution, it turns red, and if you will put it into the basic solution, it will turn into blue. So litmus is available in the form of blue litmus paper as well as in the red litmus paper. Collect the samples and need to know activity 7.2. Collect the samples of the substance given in the following tables. Now put a drop of lemon juice on red litmus paper. What do you observe? Repeat the same exercise with the blue litmus paper. What is your observation now? Is there any change in color? Repeat the activity with other samples also, and you need to record our observations in the given table 7.5. Okay, so up to here today's class. In the next class, we will study about the indicator, that is name of litmus, and we put the effect of different substances on litmus. For the day, the video is or class is over for day. Have a nice day. Thank you.